All right. Good morning, Advanced EL Support. How you doing? It's day 3 for us, class 3, and it's the beginning of week 2 of distance learning. And this is your first period class. So let me be the first, hopefully, to wish you good morning on this fine day where we're learning distantly. Okay. Um, Basically, I just had you guys do a dear log on Thursday, right? Our last class, all you had to do was a dear log and send it to me. I've gotten that from about half of you, right? So make sure that you get on that. Grading period 5 got extended to early May 1st or May 3rd or something like that. So grading period 5 has been extended. That goes for all your classes, as far as I know. So that gives you guys more time to get working on grading period 5 if you can. In the case of my class, grading period 5 is pretty much over, and that's what we've got. What you're getting there is pretty much what you're getting. But I'm going to flash grading period 6 on Synergy soon and start putting data in there, including the dear log that I just got. From, again, looking at the grade book here, about half of you have turned that in. So I'm not interested in heaping you guys up with work, but keep up with these small, modest assignments that I'm giving you guys. In this case, it was just one dear log, read for 20 minutes, and write for like a half page on what you read. And look at that last communication I sent you, because it also has a reminder of metacognitive strategies, what you guys can do with what you read. In other words, how you process, remember, question, predict, evaluate, connect, summarize. These are all metacognitive learning strategies you can do on your dear log. All right. For today's class, if you already looked at the agenda, fine. I kind of wanted you to see this video link first, but it's all good. I do want you guys to do another dear log today. And I'm also assigning some prefix work. This is the stuff that we're doing before the break, right? Trans, for example, is a prefix. It goes in front of words, and it always means the same thing. So you can kind of figure out what a word means by looking at the parts, the pieces of Latin. You guys remember this? Good. I think we did one for pre also. Prefix goes in front. Pre means in front of or before, right? So prefix, something that you would attach to a word. So anyway, as you can see, it's post. Post is the prefix that I'm having you guys look at today. And we'll go over that in a minute. So the understanding is you guys are checking in on Monday at some point and looking for these video links and lessons. And then Thursday, that's when first period meets. And we're not meeting in Zoom meetings, obviously. I hope those are going good in the other classes. But we are just, you're looking at video links. I'm sending you these, and that's class. That's all that I expect for right now. Okay. Next week, we'll start with a little bit of poetry work and looking at literary terms like metaphor, simile, symbol, and see how they work in very short English language poems. All right, so we'll switch up the look a little bit, but we will continue with these other pieces that I've set in motion. Prefix stuff, dear logs, BBS, sentence extensions, these sorts of things. We may get back to parallel revision also. So anyway, that's what you can expect here, okay? There's still no grading policy from the district. So we don't know how you guys are being graded for this semester or anything, okay? Or even how much work you guys are really expected to do. So until I get word from that, I'm just bumping along, as are you. Just keep doing your work. Keep doing your work and do the right thing, all right? So today's lesson, you're gonna do a dear log. I'd like you to read 20 minutes, please, as it says on the agenda, affixed to this video link, and write another half to 1 page response. Submit that via Google Docs, as always, and indicate what the assignment is. I think in the title of your doc, Google Doc that you share with me, it should have your name as well as the assignment, so I can tell which assignment you're turning in, since some of us are going to be turning in last Thursday's assignment a little bit late. All right, so just try and make an effort to indicate what is on this one, okay? As you can see, there's 2 things on this class's homework expectations. The one is the dear log, 20 minutes of reading and then a dear log. And then the prefix work, okay? We're doing the same thing that we did also in class with this prefix work. So the work that you'll do for today's class, which you will submit to me by Thursday, is a dear log and then prefix work on this prefix post. So I attached this as well. You should take a look at this. Let me share my screen with you and let's go over this prefix work, shall we? Where is it? Oh, here we go. Okay. All right. Dun, da, da. So if you guys recall, you would see something like this worksheet. What's on this worksheet? I'm spinning my cursor around it now. Up on the board, up on that kind of sideboard that I rarely use except for prefix work for you guys. So remember, we have the prefix itself, in this case, post. We have the meaning, behind or after. That's what post means. That's what that little piece of Latin means. And then here's some English words that we get from it. All right. And as you can see, I underlined where you can see the prefix. So we've got, and I'd like you to practice pronouncing these. I'll say each of these 3 times and try pronouncing it with me. All right. Because you need to be able to pronounce them also. We've got posterior, posterior, posterior. We've got postgraduate, postgraduate. We have posthumous, posthumous. We have apostle, apostle. And then we have post-apocalyptic, which somehow seemed appropriate for our dark pandemic times. Post-apocalyptic, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So one more time, posterior, postgraduate, posthumous, apostle, and post-apocalyptic. So notice that the O in post receives a slightly different pronunciation in each of those words. One more time, posterior, postgraduate, posthumous, apostle, and post-apocalyptic. All right, in apostle, that T is almost silent. Apostle, apostle. Okay, so what do you know? 5 English words that come out of Latin. As you know, this is often the case. English has many different sources and derivations, but Latin is one of them because the Norman kings, a bunch of French people, conquered the island of Britain, what we know as Britain, and ruled as kings for about 300 years, the Norman kings, the Norman invasion of England, right? So you had the commoners speaking some guttural form of English and the nobles and kings and princes and ladies speaking French, right? But anyway, that's where Latin, a lot of Latin came into the English language, all right? Here's the directions. What do you do for each word? Well, this should sound familiar. For each of the English words above that use the prefix post, do the following. 3 things for each English word. First, define the word in English using a dictionary, and you're doing this in a Google Doc, right? Second, define the word in your home language, and do that as you can, right? You might have to do that on your own on the side if there's no script, if there's no Chinese script, but go ahead and translate it into your home language, the meaning of the word. And then lastly, here's the trick. I want you to connect the meaning of the prefix to the meaning of the English word, right? The prefix means behind or after. Post means behind or after, all right? So 3 asks you to rewrite the English definition using the prefix meaning of post. In other words, include behind, after, behind or after, one of those 2 words, or both, in your rewritten definition, okay? Sometimes the English dictionary definition already has behind or after in it, but go ahead and go through the step of rewriting it, because in most cases, it won't necessarily contain the word. The word's English definition may not contain the prefix meaning in it. So I want you to recast it. I want you to draw a connection between the English word's meaning and the meaning of the prefix, because that's the whole point here, all right? So again, posterior, postgraduate, posthumous, apostle, and post-apocalyptic, all right? So your homework that you're turning into me for this class, today's class, Monday's class, April 20th, you're getting this to me by Thursday, and you have a dear log of about a half page to 1 page, and then you have your prefix work here, okay? On Thursday, I will give you a very modest assignment, not a whole lot of work at all. So this is the bulk of the work that you'll even be doing for me this week. So if you feel a little overburdened, don't worry, I'm gonna give you guys a pretty mellow weekend, pretty mellow weekend. All right. And I hope that all of your other classes are going well. So let's stop the screen share thing. There we go. Ugh, it's me, really big. All right. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, please email me. If you want to call me, you can. I prefer that you call me on Wednesday during office hours, which are 10 in the morning to 1 in the afternoon. My home phone is 415-831-5676, which you guys should have or know already. And let me know, because I don't want this to be stressful for this class. I want us to continue learning some English, and I also don't want it to be stressful. We're supposed to be supporting you in your other English class, all right? And actually Thursday, I'll be asking you guys a little bit about what's going on in your other English class. So take care of yourselves. Be sure to love your families and yourself, and keep doing my work. Again, I'll keep it modest homework assignment. Today is a bit of a big homework assignment, just because I'm kind of keep all the things that we were doing in class in motion. All right. So love you guys. Take care of yourselves. And I will check in with you soon. All right. Goodbye.